The Song of Nine Breaths. The First Breath. Yocahu and the Empty Sky. Before the ocean stirred or the first plant grew, there was only silence. And in that silence, Yocahu and his mother existed. From the darkness, Yocahu breathed life into the cosmos, scattering stars across the sky and setting the moon on its eternal path. He was the first to establish order, bringing definition to the boundless void. Yet the heavens Yocahu created yearned for an earthly counterpart. The second breath, Atabey, mother of waters. From the depths rose Atabey, flowing and fertile. Her body was the rivers, her breath the soil, her face the moon reflected in still waters. She embraced Yokahu's sky, filling it with seas and valleys. She brought cassava from the ground, herbs for healing, and fruit from the trees. Together, Yocahu and Atabey made the first balance. Father's judgment, mother's nurture. The third breath, Wabancheks, the storm mother, but balance cannot endure. From the fire in Atabey's belly erupted Wabancheks, hair wild as smoke, eyes of lightning. She was destruction made flesh, hurricanes, earthquakes, volcanoes. She tore mountains asunder and scattered villages to the sea. Yet in her wake, new forests grew, nourished by ash. The Bohik Sake Wabancheks is not merely wrath. She is the space clear for what must come next. The fourth breath, Jurakan, the sea's heart. The fury of Wabancheks stirred the oceans, and Jurakan rose from their depths. His chest was the swell of tides, his voice the crash of waves. At times he lay still, reflecting the sky. At times he roared, swallowing ships whole. He claimed dominion over all waters unbound by Atabey.
The sea is mine, and I am the sea.
Moboyas, the destroyer. Storms left corpses, seas left the drowned, and from decay came Moboyas. His visage was monstrous, his breath disease. Where he walked, fields blackened, children withered, and the strong grew frail. Yokahu cursed him, but Moboyas only laughed.
Your world would drown in its own abundance. I am the end that makes space for beginnings.
The sixth breath, Makatori Guayaba, Lord of Coabay. From the shadows cast by Moboyas arose Makatori Guayaba, solemn cacique of the underworld. He sat beneath the ceiba tree, its roots piercing the earth into Coabay, where the dead gather. He was not cruel, only inevitable. To each soul he gave silence, a final resting place beyond storms and seas. Together, Moboyas destroyed and Guayaba gathered, twin keepers of mortality. The seventh breath, Isla, the huntress. In the forest reborn after Wabancheks' fury, Isla appeared. She was the solitary huntress, bow of bone in hand, guardian of beasts. She prowled the wilds alone, teaching mortals to stalk prey, to honor the spirit of every animal taken. To those who disrespected the hunt, she showed no mercy. Her arrows never missed.
Foolish mortals.
The eighth breath, Opio Guabiron, the trickster. From the paths between the living and the dead padded Opio Guabiron, dog-faced and sly. At night his eyes glowed, guiding some souls safely to Guayaba, leading others astray into swamps or endless forests. He laughed at gods and mortals alike, protector and tormentor in equal measure. Isla hunted him, but he always slipped from her aim. The ninth breath, Ayana, the warrior. At last came Ayana, born from the cries of mortals, crushed by storm, drowned by sea, or struck by plague. She rose with a spear of obsidian and a shield of feathers, swearing that humankind would not exist only as prey. She taught discipline, strategy, and courage, not to overthrow the gods, but to endure them with honor. Yokahu respected her defiance. Wabancheks feared her wrath. Even Moboyas could not touch her without cost. Through Ayana, mortals found their champion. The Great Sundering. When all nine had come forth, the world trembled. Yokahu demanded obedience. Atabey sheltered the weak. Wabancheks raged against her mother's tenderness. Jurakan warred with the sky. Moboyas spread pestilence in secret. Guayaba built Coabay as a casacasco of silence. Isla and Opio roamed, hunter and trickster forever chasing one another. Only Ayana stood between gods and mortals. She raised her spear and declared,
"We will breathe our own breath."
The gods did not destroy her. Some say they pitied humankind. Others that they feared what mortals might become under her spear. The chain of breath. Thus the Ninefold endure. Yocahu the judge, Atabey the nurturer, Waban checks the wrath, Jurakan the sea, Moboya is the destroyer, Guayaba the gatherer, Isla the huntress, Opiel the trickster, Ayana the defender. The Bohiques teach. Each mortal breath is borrowed from them, and one day it must be returned. To forget one is to weaken the chain. To deny them all is to unmake the world. 9 flames blaze in a circle. In the center, a single mortal exhales, and their breath rises to join the fire. 9 breaths, 9 chains. So long as they endure, the world shall be.